I think this might be my favorite movie of the year. So last night, I got to go see an early screening of Ryan Gosling's brand new movie, Project Hail Mary, and I absolutely love this movie. It was so phenomenal. I went and I saw it at the AMC that I usually go to, and I got to see it in IMAX, and they gave us these little pins right here that say "Amaze, Amaze, Amaze." That's a line from Rocky in the movie. But yeah, it's a very, very cool pin. And personally, I love getting stuff like this at the movies for the like early screenings and stuff. It's so, so fun and so cool. But as I did say at the very beginning of the video, I think this is my favorite movie of the year. And I also now have it in my top 5 movies of all time as well. Real quick, if you guys aren't subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you stay up to date on all my new videos. From more movie reviews to movie news to even video games and things. Also, if you did enjoy this video, make sure you smash that like button so I know you guys want to see more stuff like this. But basically, this movie follows Ryan Gosling's character, Ryland Grace, who is a school teacher and teaches science, even though he is really, really smart. And one day after school, he is approached by this woman, Ava, who works for the government, and they are trying to stop the sun from dying, essentially from this like light disease. So then Grace ends up in space in a new solar system with a star that is not being affected by the disease at all in order to save the world. And while out in space, he ends up meeting this alien, Rocky, who he works with to try and figure out why this other solar system sun is not dying. Literally everything about this movie was so phenomenally done. Some of the major highlights for me was the cinematography and like just the visuals, and the way that the movie looked was so stunning. Like the colors pop so well. There's so many different sequences that just look so amazing. And as I did say at the beginning, I did get to go and see it in IMAX, and I would absolutely recommend you to go see it in IMAX if you have an IMAX theater near you, because every single space sequence is filmed in the IMAX ratio, and then every single Earth sequence is filmed in like a standard aspect ratio. So they utilize that transition, and it looks amazing, especially in certain sequences where it's Grace trying to like remember his life back on Earth and everything. And there's little like lines of light that are coming off the smaller aspect ratio that make it look even more like a memory, which I think was just such a phenomenally done idea. And then another big major highlight for me was the score and the music. It was just so incredible. Like there's a lot of pieces where there's music in a moment that's very stressful, and like a huge part of the movie where if something goes wrong, everything fails. And the music makes you feel that like dread of, oh my gosh, what if this doesn't work out? And then in all of the like happy, joyous moments, the music is so uplifting and energetic, and it just makes you feel that sense of like hope and joy. And then my third biggest highlight of this movie was absolutely Ryan Gosling's performance as Dr. Ryland Grace, because this is genuinely his best performance to date. Like every ounce of emotion was so phenomenal. Every bit of comedy hit so good. Which, speaking of the comedy and emotion and everything, the movie does such an amazing job at balancing all these different emotions that they are trying to get you to feel throughout. Like there are sad moments, and like the sad moments, you feel sad. Like there's a couple times where I was like on the verge of tears or was crying a little bit just because of how sad and emotional certain scenes were. And then there was also times where I was on the verge of tears of joy because of how touching and genuine and joyful certain scenes were. And then in terms of the comedy, every single joke hit so well. It was so hilarious. And just the dynamic between Grace and Rocky throughout the entire movie was so phenomenal, and their comedic timing was just so on point. And I definitely think with this movie, Ryan Gosling will be solidified as one of the greatest actors of our generation, because again, his performance is so absolutely phenomenal. And then also to speak on Rocky a little bit, the puppeteering of Rocky was just so well done, and the movements and everything are just so awesome. And they did such an amazing job at making Rocky feel like such a lively, energetic character. I also remember before the movie came out and everything, when the first trailer came out, I was super, super excited for this movie. It was, I believe, my 8th most anticipated movie of the year. And I do remember seeing people talking about how there were different like twists and things in the book, and that Rocky was like the first big one. And that there was, I think I've heard people saying there's 3 total twists, because in the movie, I feel like there's 3 big twists. Rocky is the first one, and then there's 2 others, which I won't spoil, but they are incredible and honestly, if you have no idea and haven't read the book like I did, it's honestly so unexpected, which I think honestly just makes it even crazier when it happens. But yeah, I definitely foresee this being a heavily Oscar nominated movie, and I could honestly see this being the contender for Best Picture and being able to take home Best Picture, as well as Ryan Gosling being able to win Best Actor, because honestly, even looking forward and stuff at other movies, I don't think there's really any other actors that will have a better performance than Ryan Gosling did in this movie. And overall, I give it a 10 out of 10 rating. It is an absolutely phenomenal film, and I would definitely recommend every single person out there to go watch this movie because it is genuinely the perfect movie for everybody. If you love sci-fi, comedy, Ryan Gosling, if you're young, old, kids, adults, families, by yourself, with friends, with your partner, it doesn't matter. This is an absolutely perfect movie for you to go watch. And on that note, I'll see you guys in the next video.
Fist my bum. No, it's fist bump. It's not the same.